has such a storied arc for sure, you know, just following their work from such a young age to being a young man now in the space, tussling, fighting their way, clawing through plenty of opponents just to become #1 and holding on to that spot pretty well. I know that there's a lot on the line statistically, so it's in Sparg0's best interest to do pretty well here at this event, not
100%.
being, I believe, the 1 seed.
No,
I think Hurt
was
was the 1 seed for this event. So yeah, it's in his best interest to do well here. This will not be the tournament to let fall by the wayside.
No, you know he wants a good performance here, and I feel like, again, Sparg0 is someone who you can really expect to step up to the plate, especially in these high-pressure moments. Like you said, he's been doing it for a while. And for those of us who are around, like, in the Smash 4, kind of early Smash Ultimate days, we saw that kind of meteoric rise from Sparg0, especially through that COVID period. I feel like when you think of, like, coin boxes and how well those were going, like the names that come to mind are Sonics and Sparg0. Those are the people that are doing it every single week, and we see it translating to events like this.
Yeah, I mean, again, they just made the most of that pandemic era, and of course, it bled over into the offline. Can't say the same for a lot of players. There are some players who are, you know, dangerous online, but who couldn't quite, you know, match that same level of energy offline, and also the other way around too. You know, I know a lot of the offline players kind of took a break during that time, but, you know, not Sparg0. Sparg0, of course, stayed hungry to the very finish, and, you know, their hard work certainly paid off for them, so great stuff.
And I'm wondering what we're going to see kind of as the characters here, because I know, depending on matchups, we've seen the Cloud, we've seen the Aegis come out every now and again, and we've even seen the Roy in very specific instances, so it's looking like it's Cloud going to be coming up against Shuton with the Pyra Mithra.
That's right.
I think nothing about this is too surprising. I know Olimar Cloud's a little bit difficult, so.
It ain't easy for the spaceman, we'll put it that way. That helmet gets cracked pretty quick. Alrighty. Both of these two players right now, you're ready to bring us something devastating. Sparg0!
That should be it.
Sparg to the go. Goodbye. Good the hell bye, says Sparg0. Yes, I'm not messing around.
If there was a way to open a set, I would pick that.
Yeah,
you know, if I got to pick, I would pick that. Sparg0 trying to make a statement coming into this game 1, letting Shuton know, I'm not here to play, I'm here to lock myself into that winner's side, top 8 side of things. And starting out with the 0 to death though, Shuton up until then was untouched on the second stock.
Oh yeah, Shuton answering back right here in a big way, but we got to get that stock taken, and I just don't know if Mithra's going to be the lady to do it. Forward throw, yes, I need you off this stage. Mithra's back, can't quite get the reset, but gets the down smash. Positional advantage is everything in the corner, especially versus Cloud.
Really nice answer back from Shuton, getting 0 to death almost immediately and able to take that stock with only 26 additional %, but now finding himself in another precarious offstage situation. The switch to Pyra seems to be the trick, but Sparg0 is not letting up on the pressure in this corner.
No, absolutely not. That standing jab and that back air being -3 on shield. We're going to see a lot of that, and it is the down air bringing your despair. Great stuff right now from Sparg0, going up 2 stocks with limit almost online, up B. Yeah, when you start to see Sparg0 go for the up B, the normal climb hazard up close and personal, that is a sign that Sparg0 is activated.
100%. It's visceral,
Don't
man.
touch me. Don't touch
Shuton
me.
is trying to make something happen, but these up Bs out of shield coming at the perfect moments, and Sparg0 pushing these advantage stages just a little bit further than you'd expect every single time. Okay,
we get it.
We're watching high-level gameplay, I'll tell you that much.
That's right, we get it. You guys know how to parry. Okay. Cloud's going blue. Not a good spot right here for Shuton to be in. Got to figure out a way to get Sparg0 off the stage here and fast. Forward throw. Oh my God. Okay, couldn't quite get the initial hit, but we'll still take the damage. Yeah,
big call out on that jump. The grab out of shield. A little bit of pressure potentially. No, and no punish on the down air out of shield either. Sparg0 trying to fight his way back into center stage, but at the end of the day, it's Shuton who has to engage. The air dodge gonna give him an opportunity to get back, but being in the corner against Cloud, a tricky spot to be in. The jump used and the dash attack, a little ill-advised. Sparg0, he's unkillable.
Unkillable. Shuton said, I'm here, I'm living. You can't get rid of me. I'm that fly in your bedroom. Where am I?
Wow, yeah.
There's the swatter. Great stuff.
Eventually. And that one really did feel like a bit of a matter of time, sadly, because of how those first 2 stocks went. But Shuton, signs of life in that. I feel like if you don't get 0 to death so quickly and maybe those stocks don't go, you know, one particular way or another, I think there's opportunities in there to fight back. We definitely saw in those neutral situations a lot of opportunities for him to make that happen.
Yes, no doubt about it. Again, just picking those opportunities a little bit more carefully, I need to see from Shuton's side. I mean, he knew what needed to be done. You get Cloud in the corner, you really make him pay for it. That opening exchange right there on that second stock after Sparg0 kind of handled him pretty well. We got to see that air dodge and catch with down smash, with Mithra. That's the sort of stuff you need to see versus Sparg0. Sparg0 cannot be allowed to recover for free, especially not as Cloud. You have got to pressure in that corner.
Yeah, 100%. And I think, kind of like you said, the difference that we saw in that game was Sparg0 pushing those advantage states just a little bit further, right? When we talk about these neutral wins, the thing that actually matters is taking stocks in this game.
Yes,
so
right.
It doesn't matter if you're winning neutral more often than not.
Yep.
It matters if you're taking stocks, and Sparg0 is damn good at that.
Sparg0 is pretty darn good last week check. And looks like we got a bit of a character shift here. No Pyra and Mithra anymore. Putting down the sword and picking up the Pikmin here. It is Olimar.
Yeah, and this is interesting to see because, again, a stubbier character does have some, like, disjoint, quote-unquote, on the Pikmin, but not super reliable in the face of Cloud's sword. So potentially a comfort pick in this one and realizing Sparg0's so good at stuffing Pyra Mithra off stage. Just maybe a change of pace will make it happen.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, it has the right combination of Pikmin to get that job done. I mean, you got the blue one and the purple one. So, and I don't know if it gets much scarier than this if the percents are in your favor. Okay, looking for the standing jab. Doesn't anything off it. I want to see that pressure up close. I want to see that double up smash, hold shield, break that shield, and then get the job done. Oh,
what?
Man, damn.
Why? What does he know, man? What does he know?
I don't get it. It's Cerebro, Professor X here.
All right, air dodge goes unpunished, and that up B out of shield has been so reliable against Shuton. Tries catching the jump with the back air and lets that limit rip a little early. I mean, Shuton, an opportunity here. Just missing the down air, but still pressure at the ledge.
Okay.
Sparg0, seen that before, man.
Yeah, no doubt. Maxed out rage right now on Sparg0's side. Limit almost online here. The longer he waits, the more scary he becomes. Shuton doing away with them very fast. Okay, nice. Catching the roll out the corner. I mean, I don't blame Sparg0 at all. I mean, ate so much damage in that last game with the standing jab and back air on shield. Smart on Shuton to roll out of the corner. Sparg0, great job catching with cross slash.
All right, back air trying to come through. One of the nice things about Olimar is he is small, so that spacing and timing on those falling back airs does have to be a little more tight for Sparg0. The empty hop coming in into the tomahawk grab, jump off the ledge. Shuton, so shifty.
Very, very sneaky. I mean, you got to be crafty when Cloud is starting to, chase you down.
Back to the ledge. Up smash not quite gonna kill, but the next one will absolutely do it. The back air not enough as well, and Sparg0 dropping pretty deep. No punish though.
Okay. In the corner, no let's trump. Oh my God.
Really?
It's very strange. I mean, the amount of backers that we've seen not KO is
pretty staggering. Yeah.
It has me thinking some thoughts.
All right, pressure out of the corner with Shuton. That purple Pikmin has been integral in breaking that pressure for Sparg0, and the air dodge read with the up smash. Shuton, for the first time this set, finds himself in the lead, but 145%, definitely nowhere comfortable. The back air will do it this time, unstaled in the thick of things, and now one stock apiece, 0% each. Who wants it more in this game too?
Okay.
Nice. This is what you want to see.
Yeah, Shuton, of course, is breaking that zone. I understand that sword is disjointed, and it's going to be very difficult for me to get in, but doing a really, really good job. And then some of those gaps in between, using that frame 2 whistle just to kind of alleviate that pressure. There it is again. Okay, climb hazard in the corner, put it back. I got purple here.
It is hard to overstate how valuable the purple Pikmin has been in getting Shuton out of the corner. There have been so many situations where Olimar has trouble contesting Cloud. Unfortunately, Sparg0 knows exactly what they are off stage. No hitbox on the recovery. He's going to capitalize, man.
Every time. And here I was thinking, I completely spaced that he had a limit. I was thinking, oh, he's trying to line up like back air or like maybe a downer at the ledge. I forgot he has limit. You can just cross slash in your face. The move lasts too long for Olimar's up B to try to maneuver around. So, wow.
100%. Shuton was actually doing a really good job of avoiding it. We had seen 2 limit cross slashes earlier that game that he did avoid. It's just, again, it's one of those things that feels inevitable. The number of times he gets put off stage, Sparg0's going to guess right eventually.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Nice. And again, just an electrifying opening right here from Sparg0. Nice. Going to go for the whistle again. Quick option. One of the fastest options that Olimar has, mind you, and able just to get himself out of harm's way.
He read it.
Yeah, he's looking for that 1% of death. I'm not here for it, says Shuton. Get off me.
All right, the forward smash out of the corner. The white Pikmin dead, but the blue grab going to do some big damage. Purple Pikmin online. And the down smash coming through, and Shuton comes down with that recovery. Sparg0 feeling confident in this game 3, looking to clean this up 3-0. The Pikmin stopping the limit neutral B.
Okay. Nice. And I got to give it to Shuton. Even though like the matchup doesn't quite speak in the favor of Olimar, is not afraid of just approaching and getting up close and personal on Sparg0, which for most opponents is a very dangerous thing to do. Because Sparg0 knows when it's time to like hold forward versus when it's time to just hold shield and then go for up B out of shield every single time. Shuton, those moments where he's able to break zone and push that advantage, being able to read between those 1 or 2 options that Sparg0 is looking for every time. Whistle to the up air, off your feet. Rest in peace to Pikmin, but rest in peace your first stock.
And it's one of the nice things a little bit about knowing you're in a matchup that's traditionally disadvantageous is you're like, okay, I gotta take some risks. Let's make something happen.
Fortune favors the bold.
And as soon as you kind of accept that for yourself, it becomes less tilting to have to go for them. Do you know what I mean?
Seriously.
And so Shuton's willingness to make those risks happen and go for those big plays, I think is indicative of his status as a top player.
Oh, now wait a minute.
Yikes.
Did it extend? I don't feel like it was going to land properly, but the fact that it hit a Pikmin was able to extend. Now that right there is some situational awareness if I've ever seen it.
It do be your own sometimes.
It do, man. It truly do. Again, you gotta don't trust nobody. don't even trust your homies.
The down air getting him out of danger, trying to put the pressure on this corner, but Sparg0 a little bit too patient.
Fair. Okay,
we're swinging a little bit.
I like the fearlessness. I mean, if there was ever a time to swing, it's definitely when I have purple and I've broken that physical zone. Okay, putting the whistle away. Nice. And the
wow, that is so fast, man.
Sparg0, god dang.
And it really never felt like there was a time where Sparg0 was not in control of that set. It just looked comfortable.
Not at all. Sparg0 has just been an absolute monster from the very start of that game. Great stuff. Shuton, of course, played his absolute, tail off, but it just, unfortunately, in the end, it just was not enough. And I think if there was any signs of the times to come in that match, it was definitely that beginning game of game number 1. I mean, that stock, the way that they lost it so quick, that's the way I've never seen Shuton handled.
Yeah, seriously.
I ain't never seen Shuton just packed up like that.
Just put the work on him. And honestly, like, I didn't even hate the Pyrometer. You know what I mean? Like, I think he might have got coerced off of it a little bit.
A little too early.
That's not to say that the Olimar was bad, but I feel like with Pyrometer, those situations where you get edge guarded, that just happens sometimes, right? You have to accept it as a part of the game. It doesn't necessarily mean that things are going poorly.
No, I mean, it's literally a part of the game. For most sorties at that, too. It's not even just a Pyrometer thing. I do think, when it comes to the recovery system, you're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard spot between both characters because, Pyrometer, very easy to smack around off stage. And, of course, no hitbox, now recovery for Olimar and Alf. It's like, what do I do? You kind of lean into the Olimar aspect of things because at least you have the ability to try to maneuver around Cloud, which Cloud, kind of hard guy to maneuver around. That sword
is big.
It is a big old dang sword. So, great stuff right there to Shuton, of course. I mean, it was just a very tough matchup for him to, have to go up against. And Sparg0 being the best player in the world, what can you really do?